Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Royal watchers were intrigued by observing the royal family this Christmas for signs of who's in and who's out. Apparently in are Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. The Duke and Duchess of York were present with King Charles and other royal family members at Sandringham on Christmas Day. Sarah was last captured in holiday photos with the royal family in 1991. She was spotted receiving flowers and engaging lightheartedly with the public, extending Merry Christmas wishes. At one stage, her daughter, Princess Beatrice, stepped in to help her mother navigate through the crowds. Sarah and Andrew separated in 1992 and finalized their divorce in 1996, yet they have continued a strong co-parenting bond and now share 4 grandchildren. Following the church service, the Duchess shared a photo on social media with the caption, "We are relishing the time spent together and feeling thankful today. Wishing everyone a splendid day. Merry Christmas to those who celebrate and season's greetings to all." For the second consecutive year, Prince Andrew joined the royal family's walk from Sandringham to the church. The Duke of York retired from royal duties in 2019 following his notorious Newsnight interview with Emily Maitlis, where he discussed his association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Robert Hardman, author of Charles III, New King, New Court, The Inside Story, told the BBC this all was probably about Beatrice and Eugenie. Life progresses. It seems to be kind of a realignment. The King mentioned compassion in his Christmas Day address. Since her marriage ended in the mid-90s, Fergie has been somewhat marginalised. Yep, there she was yesterday. Her bond with her former husband has always been strong, but notably, the King holds a deep affection for his nieces, Princess Beatrice and Eugenie. This gesture is a way of expressing that. On the out list are Harry and Meghan, not mentioned by King Charles in his Christmas message. Royal commentator Angela Levin watched the speech and told GB News, "The King did say from the Bible, 'Don't do unto others as you would have done to yourself.' I thought that was a very good hint that Harry might pick up." I'm sure Harry was watching. I think they look for the slightest error so they can pounce. Prior to Christmas, Harry and Meghan were spotted with their children vacationing in Costa Rica. Royal correspondent Michael Cole spoke to GB News about the Sussexes' decision not to spend the holidays with the royal family. It's worth saying Christmas is supposed to be a time for families to come together. Well, obviously the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in faraway California didn't get the memo. And I must spare a word for King Charles. It must be very hurtful for him that he doesn't see his grandchildren in California, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. That is appalling. I think ordinary families who've had these problems, and they do occur in all sorts of families, really ought to try and come together at Christmas time. But if they love each other, and I think the best way you can demonstrate love is by showing it in real terms. And that's reaching out, making the apologies, showing the contrition that's necessary, coming together. Palace Intrigue will be right back. Dominic West has shared the reasons behind his lost contact with Prince Harry despite their friendly relationship during a 2013 charity expedition. West, who later portrayed Prince Charles in the Netflix series The Crown, joined Harry on a journey to the South Pole. After their return, Harry seemingly cut off communication with West following his comments at a press conference about their trip. At the conference, West complimented Harry, describing him as a great guy. However, he went on to divulge details about their celebration upon reaching the South Pole, which led to the falling out. West, who recently expressed his hesitation before joining the Crown, recounted that Harry made eye-wateringly rude jokes and indulged in champagne from a prosthetic leg. There was a lot of liquor drunk, he informs reporters, mentioning, "We all drank champagne out of Duncan's favourite prosthetic legs." Duncan Slater, a double amputee and Afghanistan veteran, was part of their group. West added, "He told some eye-wateringly rude jokes for which a non-soldier like me was pretty shocking." When Times Radio asked if he still communicates with Harry, West laughingly admitted, "We sort of lost touch as I said too much in a press conference, and so we didn't speak after that. I think I was asked what we did to celebrate when we got there and probably said too much." Duncan Slater also shared his thoughts at the same press conference in 2014. Harry was a real team player. There was always something to do, and he was always instigating it. There were so many wind-ups. He probably spread himself quite thin. He would spend time with each team every day. He was always making sure he mixed, bringing everyone to the fore. It was very nice as he was tired as everybody else. During the same interview with Times Radio, West's The Crown co-star Jonathan Pryce, who plays Prince Philip, revealed that Prince Anne watches the show. Price recounted an encounter with her. He recalled, "When I was maid of knight and went to Windsor, and it was Princess Anne who dubbed me, and I was in the middle of playing her father, there'd been intimations that she'd seen some of it," Price recalled. "And so she put the sword lightly on the shoulder, and I stood up and I said, thinking she was thinking, I said, 'Oh, I don't know what to say to you. Sorry?' And she said, 'Why? It's done now.'" Price added, "Now, whether she meant I was saying sorry for being here tonight or sorry for, you've played my father and it's done, the way you've done it, whatever, it was quite an amusing moment, for me at least." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalacintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.